All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast Cheaper Than Therapy. Mick Thomas here. How are you? How you doing? Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing, coming on back, checking out the podcast wherever you're getting it from. Spotify, Apple, Podbean, and of course you can go watch on YouTube, also available. Wherever you get your podcasts. Also have another podcast with me, good buddy Corey Brooks, called The Manxiety Show, which is out, supposed to be every week, but we ran into technical difficulties based on Corey has a wedding to plan for, so he's been a bit of a dick and avoiding the show, but that's fine. Backlogged episodes are available on there. Before I get into the episode 191. Wow, it's been a journey. The tour is starting to fill up. I'm going to be announcing the dates pretty soon. I'll give you some now that are already in the books, right, before I start kind of posting them out there. But we'll talk about March. Because all my gigs between January and February are kind of sold out, so there's no point mentioning it, unless I'm just here to brag. But March 1st, I am... Where am I March 1st? Fucking Texas. Come on down. Texas at the Creek in the Cave, the famous Creek in the Cave in Austin, Texas. The 14th, Chicago, my kind of town. I am there at Zany's in Chicago. That's the 14th. The 17th, the 18th, I am down in Florida for Paddy's Weekend at Madcap Comedy Club, New Smyrna Beach in Florida. On the 19th, I am heading back to Nashville, Zany's Comedy Club in Nashville. 24th, 25th, I am in Pennsylvania. I am in Mohegan Sun Casino. And then coming up, I'm about to get the dates. I'll be in Columbus, Ohio, Minnesota, back to Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Arizona. So many places that we're just waiting to come back on confirmations. But we will be coming to a town near you. We'll go into the episode. I'll get into it. I got into another altercation with an audience member, and it really kind of got to me, right? I don't know what's going on in the world. And before I explain to you what happened, it was pretty serious again, right? To the point where it was going to almost get physical. And this is the second time this has happened to me. It's never happened to me before, by the way, right? Apart from a few weeks ago at Governor's on Long Island, which I talked about. And I just thought that was an isolated incident. And it was a guy that attacked me. Sometimes comedians will provoke audience members, and I don't do that. I don't provoke anybody. And this guy last night, and I'll get into the story in a second, but I'll give you a bit of background about what happened first. So it's in Bananas Comedy Club in Rutherford, New Jersey. And I haven't been back at Bananas in years and years and years, because just the way my calendar worked out, I just never got a chance to go back there. So the woman there, Denise Murphy, who runs Bananas for the last 36 years, is a dear, dear friend of mine, and she's retiring. She is handing the reins over to somebody else. So I got a call about 2 months ago, and she said, "Are you open this weekend?" Whatever this weekend was. First weekend in January. I'm leaving, and I'm inviting just my favorite comedians down to be on the show and say goodbye. So the main show that was booked was Joe Curry, me, and Joey Cola. That was the lineup of the show, and of course, legends came down. Legends came down to say goodbye to Denise. Right, Melvin George, Brad Lowry. Tom Herrera, it was a great night of really, really funny people who loved Denise. So we all turned up and we all did our show. We did the main three guys that I said, Joe, me, and Joey. We did our full sets, but the guest spots popped up and did 5-6 minutes here, and they all said their goodbyes to Denise. It was gorgeous. It was a lovely time. And I don't work Bananas, like I said, not for any other reason, but it's just the way it just never hasn't worked out, where I haven't been back in a while. So we're there, and we're all caught up in the moment. We're all caught up in the love, and the show was packed, wall to wall packed. It was the first show on Saturday. Friday night was great too, but it was the first show on Saturday. And I go up on stage, and there's a table of 13, I think, to stage left. That's what we say. Stage left means whatever direction we're looking out on. Okay? So to you, my stage left would be your right. So stage left is a table of 13 people. And they're two of the women in the group are being chatty. Now, let me go right there, right? They're being chatty. I've always been a fan and an understanding person when it comes to people talking at a show. A lot of times people just are not aware. So there's no malice in their conversation, right? They're not out to ruin people's night. They're not just rude people. They're just, you could tell a joke. And yeah, do you remember that time? Remember that time when we got double teamed when Fleet Week happened? Right? Remember that time? Whatever their conversation is, right? And they're not here, I'm going to fuck up this guy's show. I'm more important. So I knew I had a bit coming up. And the bit I had coming up, which is, the punchline is very far, it's very rare in comedy, right? Where the punchline is so far away, where the setup is kind of long and silent. There's usually, when you tell a story, it's a long story with a bunch of punchlines, and you don't want to go too long without a punchline. I'm letting you in behind the curtain, right? You don't want a story to go too long without about 10 punchlines within the story, because it keeps people interested in the story, it keeps people laughing as we go on the journey. But this one story has a long setup, but the punchline, 99% of the time, is a fucking huge payoff, and people are like, yes, I'm so glad we were all silent for that journey. So I could hear these ladies talking to my left, and I knew that if I didn't mention it to them, if I didn't just mention it to them, it's going to fuck up my, because I'm already tripping over words, because I'm trying to, where am I walking on the stage? Like, people, like, do you understand, like, my thought process when I'm on stage, the lights are very bright, and that's not the audience's fault. The comedians, sometimes we have to be in bright lights. So I don't want to walk too far, because I'll walk off the fucking stage. I'll walk onto the people in front of me. So I'm trying to think about, where am I? Where am I looking? I'm going to set this joke up. What words am I going to, what's the timing going to be? So much goes into telling a joke on stage. It's not just you walk up and you go, I'm funny, here I go. So I'm hearing the conversation go into my head. So now I've done this 110 times. Like I said, I give audience members the benefit of the doubt. You're not being malicious. Hundreds of times. I go, hey miss, yeah, I don't know if you're right. Could you mind? Thank you so much. I know it's just kind of throwing me off. We good? And they'll give me a thumbs up. 100% of the time, yeah, thanks. I go, oh, I'm so sorry. No, don't worry, it happens. No malice. No conflict between me, no conflict between them. So I know this bit is coming up, and I said I better discipline them 2 jokes earlier, because I don't want to do it in the middle of this long setup or before the setup. So I go and I go, hey ladies, hey ladies. I sound like what's his name? From Avengers. What's his name? Thor's friend, Korg. Hey man, you want to get in the spaceship? Go fight some aliens. So I was like, hey. I was like, hey, lady, sorry. Like, I know you're kind of, but you're just a little bit too loud, and it's a little bit disruptive to me, and I can't really hear. So I'm kind of getting thrown off. You wouldn't mind just keeping it down just a little bit, would you please? Thank you so much. I give him a thumbs up. Thank you so much. By the way, this whole video, I'm going to post this video online, so you don't, like, when people see it, they're not going to go, well, we don't know, you just attacked this guy attacked you for this reason or whatever it was. So I'm going to show the setup to what happened. So I go, hey ladies, do you mind, could you not just I just said what I said, keep it down, thank you so much, I appreciate it, thank you again, thumbs up, happy new year, all that stuff. Do one joke, hilarious, second joke, hilarious. I mean, I don't need to tell you that, right? I don't need to tell you that was hilarious. One of my best qualities is I'm very humble. That's what I will say. One of my favorite things about myself is I'm so humble. So the third part of the joke comes up. Here comes the long setup, big payoff, thunderous applause, hurrah, we all got through it, me and the... So the second that joke was over, I'm about to start a whole new topic. I don't know what it was. Could have been about anything. Whole new topic. We're moving on now. We're moving on to different topics. And I have the mic, and I take a deep breath to speak, and all of a sudden I hear, stage left, from the same table, shut the fuck up, get off the stage, you fucking suck. Now, loud as could be, because there was just silence. I was about to start next topic, so it was silence. And I was like, what the fuck? So the whole audience were like, what? Where did that come from? What? All the comics in the back are like looking at each other. And I turn around and I go, excuse me? And I couldn't have to see who it was. And I see this little Italian guy, right? And he goes, you fucking suck. You made my wife cry. That's what he said. You made my wife cry. And I went, wait a minute, you're mad at me because I told her to stop talking during the thing, during my setup, and you're mad at me because I asked her to stop? He goes, yeah, you fucking suck. And at this stage, and again, I'm going to post a video so you'll all get to see it. It'll be on all my platforms, right? When I post the video, when I said that, the whole audience, like fucking, and it was nice to see. I thank anybody who was at that show last night, at that exact show, who had my back. I appreciate you for doing that, because it doesn't always go that way. It doesn't go that way. Sometimes people are just uncomfortable. Some people love the drama, and they'll just sit there and they'll go, ho, 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 this is going to be good. The whole audience had my back, and for that I am very grateful. But all they were starting like, boo, fuck you, and they were all chanting, out, 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 out. It was a table of 13. Now, we could have said, yeah, let's get them out, guys. I didn't want to do that. Why? Listen, you have wait staff. One staff member is going to have that table for the whole night. If that whole fucking table gets up and leaves, what's going to happen? They're going to pay their tab. They're going to pay for their food, their drinks. But that waitress gets fucked over, right? That waitress just gets fucked over. She doesn't get a tip from that table now. You know how hard it is to work on 13 people on one table? And then so you go to the audience and go, no, guys, no, let's keep it down. Look, let's not go there. Let's not go there. Sir, it's a misunderstanding, I'm assuming. Sir, right? And and as I'm saying that, I look over, and of course, Denise, the lady of the hour, the woman we were all there to see, turns up. She goes over to the table. Now, there's a lot of comedy clubs out there. A vast majority of comedy clubs out there that will not always get the comics back. Now, unless you're a big name. But if you're a nobody like Mick Thomas, they won't get your back, right? Because, and understandably, I guess, because they don't want the bad Yelp reviews. They don't want fucking these guys not coming back, telling other people how bad the show is. But like, if you're Bill Burr, then they're going to, yeah, get the fuck out. Bill, once you're gone, you're gone. So Denise comes over to the table, and he goes, he made my wife cry. And Denise goes, shut the fuck up. He asked her politely to stop talking. And she's the one, because she was the one that was out of line. And now you fucking yell at him. She goes, not in my house. Not in my house. She goes, you either shut the fuck up or you can get the fuck out. And I went from the stage. I go, no, he's good. He's good. Right, sir? We're all good. And he was like, yeah, okay. All right, let's just forget it and move on. You lose momentum. You have to get back. You don't want to keep, it's not one of those situations now where you have to keep making fun of him to get the crowd on your side. The crowd were already on my side, but I have to get him back to the level of like, let's forget this thing that happened and let's go back to joke. And it's fucking impossible to do it. I mean, I did it. Don't get me wrong, but I got the room back. I had him at 100% in the first fucking, till that moment happened. Like, I mean, I had him in the palm of my hand. That's a great feeling when you do that. You just come out the gate and you're joke, laugh. I'm in. Everything you say, I'm in. Even though you say something that some people might find offensive, I get that that's a joke. And they're all in on it. But then you're going to lose that. So now you have him at like 50% and you have to try to get him back to 100%. And it's not easy. But you know what stinks too is like, I did nothing to provoke it. Like sometimes I'll do a joke, like if you did it, and I don't even write controversial jokes. I just write things that come to my mind and go, like, that would be funny. I'm at a stage. I just finished my special. I'm writing a whole bunch of new material. I got nothing. My shit is just, it's fucking got no direction. It's just jokes that I'm pulling from my arse. I'm trying to like find embers to blow on to turn them into fires, and but like if I said something wrong because I worded it wrong, and whatever it is, whatever could be, the joke could be, you might think it's homophobic when it's not, because that's not my heart. But let's say I did and you took it as homophobic or whatever. You know, then not that I condone it or understand it, but I kind of get where you're coming from, where you yell, hey, it's fucking, my sister's gay and she's scissors, and but this was not one of those cases, and it's just not. It kind of sucks. It kind of sucks to go to work. Can you imagine wherever you work? I mean, you could be a cop listening to this and you know exactly what I'm talking about, but people threatening you to fucking fight you when you just want to go and make people laugh. That's it. Here's the thing: a comics say we just want to make people laugh. We do, but we also want to stroke our ego and we want to get paid a lot of money. Is it that much to ask? Is it that much to ask? That's why we're comics. We want attention. We want money. That's it. And we do want to make people laugh. We do want to be around. We do want to be around laughter. right? Because a lot of us are fucked up mentally. We've got our own mental issues. Bo Burnham had a great line. Come and watch the skinny kid with the decline in mental health while he attempts to give others that he cannot give himself. Right? Great line. Nailed it. So, but here's what got me. What's happening to the men out there? Now, you might say this episode is going to be, well, that's chauvinistic. That's misogyny. Because like someone called me misogynist on another joke. A woman with her husband was a foot smaller than her. So you can tell she wears the pants. I put a joke up on Facebook where I'm talking to a husband and wife, and the wife is answering all these questions. And all I said was, Miss, could you let him answer his own fucking questions? That was the comment of that was the joke I put up. And she, oh, your misogyny is showing, right? And she's a foot taller than her husband. But here's my question. What's happened? What's happened to the real men out there? Now, I'm not talking about you have to be tough. Look it, I'm 220 pounds. I'm a fucking trained fighter. I don't fear any cunt. I could lose a match. I could lose a fight. I have lost fights in the ring and out of the ring. I have got this shit kicked out of me. But I fucking don't give a shit, right? I'm not afraid of anybody. Do I want to get into a fight? 100% I don't want to do that. I got kids. I got a family to take care of. I don't want to get into a fight with anybody. But I'm not afraid of you either. Especially you little short-ass cunt. But whatever. But what happened to the real man? You don't have to be tough. You don't have to know how to win a fight. You don't have to be able to bench press 250 pounds. You don't have to be able to hunt with your bare hands. You don't have to be able to build something. But what happened to the man where he could just turn to his wife, who's talking at a comedy show, and go, Miss, sweetheart, shut the fuck up. That's why the comedian said that to you. Instead, he had to yell in front of a whole room full of people, you made my wife cry. What happened to the real men out there? Where are you gone? Because here's what I believe happened. Here's my theory about what happened to the real man. Social media came out. Hot girls went on Twitter, went on Instagram. Hot girls went on TikTok. And they're dancing and they're showing a bit of tit. And the man goes, I want to see tits. Can I see tits? So it'll just simp. And they'll be weak fucking simps. And it's sort of chasing these women. So they'll do anything they want for them. Right? It'll do anything they want for them. You want me to tell the bad comedy man? You want me to yell in front of all these people that the bad comedy man made you cry? Will you show me tits then? Unreal, man. Like, where did he go? Where did the real man go? And he was a little fella. He ain't having a go at his height. But the fucking, you couldn't turn around and say to your wife, yeah, honey, you were fucking wrong. You were talking too loud to Stephanie and he asked you to be quiet. He didn't say, hey, cunt, shut your fucking face. He didn't say, you stupid bitch, shut your face. You're being obnoxiously loud. I didn't even address that she was wearing sunglasses inside, by the way. I let all that shit go. But I didn't say any of that stuff to her. All I said was, hey, miss, would you be so kind as to just keep it down a little bit? That's all I asked. You're distracting me. Because this is spoken word. That's what this art form is. It's spoken word. It's my spoken word, not yours. All right? You don't get to come into my fucking show, talk, throw me off, and then when I correct you, you got your fucking umpa-lump of a husband fucking yell in front of a whole room. And you know what that poor man is, man? And I do feel bad for that guy. I tell you, know why? Because every single person in that room yelled at that little man, yelled at that little fella, because he couldn't just turn to his wife and go, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You can call that misogyny. You can call it what you want. But if someone's out of fucking line, listen, ladies, I'm sure you do the same. If your man's drunk at a party, right? Don't say, don't have any more drinks. Don't say that. But if he's acting like a fucking idiot, I got a lampshade on my house, at your boss's house, right? Well, I'm going to go up and sniff your boss's wife's underwear. Then call him on and say, stop fucking being an asshole. Do all that. But if you go out in public and your fucking woman embarrasses you like that, or the other one, they try to get you into a fight. You seen that one? I'm trying to talk about that because it ends up being a Key and Peele bit. They go out and they'll start a fight with a guy, and all of a sudden the guy's got to go, all right, I guess I got to get the shit punched out of me now for fucking this one's mouth. But what happened? That's what I'm concerned about. What happened to the real man? To just go, stop it, honey. Can you just shut the fuck up for a minute? I'm not saying, again, there's no abuse there. There's no, when you go home, fucking say, on the spot, on the spot, in the spur of the moment, just fucking look at her and go, stop it. You're being loud. You're obnoxious. Stop it. You're embarrassing me. I guarantee he gets a gaggle of ass that night. I guarantee she goes home and gives it up like you fucking wouldn't believe. You wouldn't believe. I was at a comic strip this week and I was talking to Jason Salmon. Jason Salmon's a very funny comic. Check him out. And I asked him, I told him the story what happened at Governor's Comedy Club on Long Island. About the altercation, about comics being attacked on stage, not necessarily physically, but every comic's now got a video, and I got another one. Every comic's now got a video of going back and forth with a heckler. And I asked him, where do you think that's coming from? Jason's a smart guy. He's a Texan. Fucking smart man. Funny comic. And Jason said, I think back in 2016 we had an election between two polar opposites. You know who I'm talking about. And in this election, there was never like, who you voting for? Oh, really? All right, well, good luck with your guy. Oh, well, I don't think your girl's going to get it, but man, have fun. It didn't. We got America and we ripped it down the fucking middle, and it's like an episode of Parent Trap now. The rest of us have to try get the country back. It's an episode of Parent Trap. Right? So we started to hate each other. We started to dislike each other. And not only that, right? So we're now used to standing up for each other, standing up for ourselves. Right? Wear a mask. I don't want to fucking wear a mask. The science has been proven it doesn't work anymore. Right? So you take your mask off. Now I'm going to go back at you and tell you, it also science says the mask does work. The vaccine doesn't work. Yes, it does. The vaccine does work. No, it doesn't. I'm going to tell you that it does. And I'm going to tell you that it doesn't. So we're got used to being combative. So if you go up on stage and tell a joke about, hey, isn't it funny how I fell and got my dick cut in a zipper, or whatever your dumb joke is, right? People are going to laugh and clap and applaud. But if you have a joke that has a statement attached to it and they don't agree with that statement, they are now going to fucking tell you that they don't agree with that statement. Like the best Italian food is the Olive Garden. You cunts. The best Italian food in America is the Olive Garden. As a fucking joke, I said that. And the guy got, here comes that, what Jason was talking about. I'm going to tell you that I disagree with that statement. That's a great theory by Jason. It's a great theory, and I believe it. And I believe it, and I back that up 100%. But that's what it was. You made my wife cry. All I'm asking out there is just let's get men back. Let's get real men back. And again, I'm not talking about fucking fighters, hunters, bench pressers. Fucking, I'm just talking about just men who are not afraid to turn around to any person that they're with and fucking tell them when they're being wrong. Woman or man, no matter who they're with, no matter where they are, if it's their kids. I'm at the movies today. It's another episode. I went to see fucking Avatar. Shit movie, by the way. I don't know why everyone's fucking hyped up over it. And they just, they won't fucking tell their kids to shut the fuck up. They're sitting there on their own phones like, yeah, I'm a weekend dad. This is me spending 3 hours with you. This is my 3 hours now. You go watch the Avatar movie. He doesn't have a fucking clue what's going on. The real man would have fucking said, shut the fuck up. People paid money to watch this movie. Sit down and fucking watch it. You do not, even if you don't like the movie, I don't care. Sit down and watch it. You're not going to ruin this good time for all these people who paid $22 a fucking ticket to go see a dumb fucking bunch of blue people jump around in the water for 3.5 hours. That's what I'm talking about. Where's the real man? Where are the real men gone? Right? 2023, let's bring back the real man. That's all I'm saying. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my episode. Keep an eye out for that clip. It will be up on all my social media. Mick Thomas Comedy, Facebook. I get attacked on there every day for jokes. But the funny thing about Facebook is all those guys there's a lot of guys that for every one person that will attack me, 10 people will have my back. So I appreciate you on there for that one. I'm new to Facebook. I'm almost at 50,000 followers already. Thank you. Mick Thomas Comedy. Follow me there. Instagram, Mick Thomas Comedy. Twitter, Mick Thomas Comedy. TikTok, Mick Thomas Comedy. Follow me on all of them, all the platforms. I put a joke up every fucking day, and it's a joke. It's not just random crowd work. Hey, sir, where are you from? I'm from Alabama. Oh, boy, sleep your sister. Crowd goes wild. Next reel. I fucking don't do that. It's just real comedy. Go check it out. It's a joke every day. It's an entertaining page. Check out my tour dates. I just list them off the start of the show. Go check them out. Thanks for listening. Please share. If you're watching on YouTube, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down if you don't like it. Give me a comment. I appreciate it. And as always, listen, wash your hands, you dirty fuckers. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.